Good morning, fellow gamers. I'm Christopher Chrisman of Retro Game Network, and coming up next, a look at the previous week's retro video game news with the RGN files for the week ending Saturday, May 5th, 2018. In the RGN files this week, our top story this time around comes to us from the Retro Game Network rumor mill. Last month, we had reported on the story about an upcoming new plug-and-play console from SNK called the Neo Geo Mini. The system is being produced in celebration of the 40th anniversary of the company, which first launched back in 1978. In our original report, we had very little information about the new system, other than the fact that it was slated to be similar in operation of other classic mini consoles of the recent era, in which companies such as Nintendo have made popular in recent years. Just before the weekend began, a new video was uploaded to the YouTube channel Spawnwave, who has claimed to have obtained some recently leaked information about the upcoming device from a, quote, trusted source. The information received shows that the new Neo Geo Mini system would not only be playable on a standard television set, but it would also be functional as a tabletop video game console as well. The built-in screen may be measuring at 3.5 inches diagonally and may offer a single built-in arcade-style joystick, as well as ports for additional controllers, which have been based on the Neo Geo CD console of the 1990s. If the information leaked is correct, the system would offer a total of 40 built-in titles, including various games from the King of Fighters, Samurai Showdown, and Metal Slug franchises, alongside of other games such as Fatal Fury Special, Ninja Masters, Mutation Nation, and King of the Monsters. SNK is expected to make an official announcement about the console in upcoming weeks, and it should be noted that all the information in this story should be considered rumored until confirmed. We will update our readers with the latest developments as the information is proven to be true or false. IM 8-Bit has made the announcement that they have begun accepting pre-orders for their upcoming reproduction releases of two games from the popular Mega Man franchise. IM 8-Bit has previously worked with Capcom directly throughout the years to bring a variety of items to the video game community, including reproduction games and soundtracks. In celebration of the 30-year anniversary of the Mega Man series, IM 8-Bit will be reproducing two games from the franchise, Mega Man 2 for the NES and Mega Man X for the Super Nintendo console. Mega Man 2 was first released for the original Nintendo Entertainment System back in 1988 and was known for being more successful than the original title, selling over 1.5 million copies to date. Meanwhile, Mega Man X was originally released for the 16-bit Super NES back in 1993 and was also considered to be successful, selling over 1.1 million units worldwide. In the case of both titles, you would receive not only a fully playable cartridge, but you would also receive a newly designed box and instruction manual with the purchase. The manuals include newly written forewords being done by Salvatore Payne for Mega Man 2 and by Gerard Cowhill for Mega Man X. Each title will be limited to 8,500 copies. However, out of those 8,500 productions, 1,000 of each title will have a special glow-in-the-dark blue cartridge casing. Orders will be unable to be made specifically for these editions, as they will be placed in the game's boxes at random and unknown to the consumer until the package is open. These limited edition games are now available for pre-order directly from the IM 8-Bit's website, and the cost of the games are $100 per copy. Mega Man 2 and Mega Man X are expected to be shipped out sometime this September. Last month, Retro Game Network had reported on a brand new print and electronic publication that was to be of interest to those involved and interested in the Atari 2600 homebrew community. The book in question, now officially titled The Atari 2600 Homebrew Companion Volume 1, has officially been self-published and is now ready for immediate shipment. Written by Brian Mathern and Michael Thomason, the book became a topic of interest by Mathern when he began keeping track of the various homebrew titles that had been independently published since the console was discontinued back in the early 1990s. Originally announced this past January, the final status of the book actually had the final page count be larger than originally expected. First planned to be coming in at a total of about 170 pages, the final page count increased to a total of 182 pages. Some of the 34 homebrew titles featured in the book include games such as Assembloid 2600, Ladybug, Spies in the Night, and Space Rocks. Plus, unofficial games that reported to the Atari 2600 as a homebrew were also included, with games including Halo 2600, Zippy the Porcupine, a port of Sonic the Hedgehog, Princess Rescue, a port of Super Mario Bros., and Etris, a port of Tetris, also being featured in the publication. The first volume of the upcoming series can be purchased directly from Amazon in your choice of paperback for just under $13, which features black and white photographs and screenshots, or via the Kindle platform for just under $4, which offers full color versions of the photos throughout if your device supports color. In addition, Kindle Unlimited subscribers can also download the publication at no cost. There's currently no word on when the second book in the series would be in development. This week, we at Retro Game Network relaunched our original features with a brand new edition of our VHS Rewind segment. This weekend, we showcase the original infomercials for the Philips Compact Disc Interactive, released in the early to mid-1990s. To read our viewpoints on this historical video collection and to see the programs in their entirety, visit RetroGameNetwork.com. A new RGN original feature is uploaded to Retro Game Network every Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And finally, this week, we at Retro Game Network wanted to make the announcement of our first Twitch stream, which will be conducted solely for equipment testing purposes. Our first official test will be taking place on Thursday, May 17th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Between now and the time of the test broadcast, we may activate our streaming devices in short intervals for configuration purposes, but our first official test will take place on that date and time. The game plan to be used for this initial test will be Home for the PlayStation 4 platform, which is a game featuring retro-style graphics, sound, and gameplay for the modern era. Regularly scheduled Twitch streams are expected to begin during this summer. Our official Twitch channel can be found at RetroGameNet. That's it for this week's edition of the RGN Files. This is a reminder that our official terrestrial radio program, VGM on FM, will return to the airwaves the first Monday of June on WRML 107.9 FM. And don't forget to check us out on social media outlets on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Retro Game Network, and on Twitter and Twitch at RetroGameNet. For complete details of any of this week's stories, visit RetroGameNetwork.com. For the RGN Files, I'm Christopher Chrisman. This week's news story is provided by the following: Amazon US, I Am 8-Bit, Nuke the Fridge.